Hey everyone, I've been trying to figure out this whole green arrow issue with LED markers on the Jeep TJ for a long time. I found a few little things that have helped, and then those solutions stopped working for whatever reason. I just found this, and I'll explain what this is in just a second, but this has fixed the problem. This, along with, instead of a 3-wire LED, I got this 2-wire. Well, I need to split them apart, but there's only 2 wires in there. But this specific unit right here is designed to make a 2-wire LED work kind of like a 3-wire. And this is the 2-wire. One of them is plugged in and wired up right now with that unit. And the blinker works, which I can go turn on in a second. But right now you can see it has the running light. And basically it's smart enough to switch over when it needs to be used. Now, if I look over here, this is a different brand. This is the Poison Spider one. That's a Smittybilt. And this one's a 3-wire. This is working. You can see it's running. It will blink when I show it, when I do the blinker. But just like we know with the green arrows, that green arrow's on right now on my driver's side blinker. That one is, you can see the solid green arrow when the running lights are on. And so that's the issue, and this is the solution. So I'll show you kind of how that works in just a second here, but this is what you'll need, and I'll put a link for this in the description so you guys can get the same thing if you want it. Okay, as you can see right here, that green arrow is on. But if I do the blinker, it blinks and stuff. That one starts blinking just as it should, but the green arrow's not on, the one that I have that whole unit on. So let me go ahead and blink it, and then I'll go walk around and see so you guys can see it blinking. All right, so like I said, see, that's blinking as it's supposed to be blinking. Everything looks good there. So let me show you kind of how the wiring is set up here. So like I said, this is a 2-wire. And so this little unit thing here has 3 wires in from the Jeep. And then it has 1 wire out. And so that seemed confusing to me as well when I first started, but how we get the ground. So coming off of here, I have this one wired up into right here. That's giving it, it basically gives it what's coming through. I don't know how else to explain it, but here's a little chart that comes with it. And you have your running, your blinker, your ground, and then you have the yellow coming out of the unit, goes into the hot on here, and then the ground you pull off of the other part. So I did this little kind of pickup thing off of the ground here. Basically, the Jeep comes off here and then comes into here. And so you can see that display that comes off, and then that goes into here. For some reason on this Smittybilt LED, the white is the ground and the black is the hot. I don't know why, but that's how it is. And so when I wire it up like this, everything's working as it should. It flips over to what it should do when, like if I turn the blinker on, this will start blinking. And then once the blinker's off, it just goes back to being a running light. And then if it is just a blink, like if it's during the day, I don't have the lights on, it will be just a blinker and not be running. Everything works like it should. So this thing has been set up as it needs to be. I'll wire up the other one and like kind of show you what I'm doing, but this is kind of the setup and how it works. And it comes with this little diagram on how everything is, and then you can see this as well. And it comes with that. But it's pretty simple. But it definitely solves the issue, which is important. Before I did anything, I had this kind of set up right here. And so this is a diode, because basically the issue is because the LEDs don't have enough draw. It basically sends stuff back through the other way, in simplest terms that I understand. And so this diode's like a gate that the electricity can only go one way. How I understand that, could be wrong, but it goes back the other way. And so this keeps it from doing that. That worked for a long time for me, but for some reason, if I didn't have the power on, like if I didn't have the parking lights on or the running lights on, then both sides would blink when I put the blinker on. And so obviously that's not helpful. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So I would just always have the parking light on for a month or so until I found this solution. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. This, and like you have your normal 3-wire, you might be able to, it wasn't working for me, but maybe this works for you guys. If you already have this one and you want to try to use it, you might be able to just kind of wire these guys together, both on the yellow and then the black back on the ground. That might work for you as well. It's worth a shot if you already have this and you don't want to buy another one yet. But you can just get in, you should just be able to get any 2-wire LED marker that kind of fits in that spot right there. Okay, so step 1 is just going to be wiring this into the original harness. So it gives you a little guide on what does what over here. So black is ground, as you would expect, white is the blinker, and red is the running. So I'm just going to mark those up. Now, black on the Jeep is ground. The white and yellow is the running light. And then there's one down there that's white and green that I have wired into a yellow just because someone before me just kind of chopped the heck out of this harness. But normally this is going to be white and green on the driver's side. And then over on the passenger side is going to be, I think it's white and brown, but let me just check real quick. Yeah, white and brown right down there. That gets wired into the white for the blinker. So I'm just going to wire those up real quick and so that you guys can see. But step 1 is just wire these up, and then after that we'll wire this into the light. Okay, so this is wired up. We got black to black, red to the white and yellow, and then white to the white and green. That it looks white right here just because it's an add-on to that extension. Now we're going to move on to wiring this part up and wiring up the wire that's going to come off of the ground. And so to do the ground, I'm going to use this kind of thing right here where you stick this onto here, and then one of these ends, it is the other end. Yeah, that other end right there, you stick the exposed end of wire into there, and then that picks off, and then we can just go and wire that into the ground on the light. So we have 2 grounds, and then it should be working. So we'll go ahead and do that now. This is how the little pick off thing, I don't know what it's called, works. You just kind of stick that over, and then this end, I just kind of shove that into that side, and then I'm going to push this metal part down with that clamp over there, and then you just kind of put that over, and then we got the ground, and then I'll wire up the yellow. Okay, so this is all wired up. We got this here. These are like little heat shrink things with soldering metal in it, so they're pretty sweet because instead of doing crimps, you can just heat shrink, and then that's it. That's all you gotta do. You just kind of stick it in either end. But before I heat shrink everything, I'm gonna test it. It's all wired up because I also need to move it down to be through the hole. So let me go ahead and turn it on and make sure everything's working. If I can reach. Okay, we got power, and then we also have blink. So it's working, and if I turn the power off, it's still blinking. So working perfectly as it should, and then working, which is great. Awesome. Let me just go around and I'll make sure the green arrow's off, and then we'll put it all together. Okay, yep, the green arrow's off. You can see right there, the light is on, green arrow off, blinking, blinking, all working as it should, which is awesome. Okay, just for one quick, just go through all the wiring one more time after everything's put back together. White and yellow is going to go to the red wire. White and green on the driver's side is going to go to the white, and then black goes to black. And then if you're using the same exact Smittybilt wiring, make sure to test this, but in my case, black went to white and yellow went to black. And again, the ground comes off of this guy right here, where you got to do it off of the in between where you connect it from the Jeep all the way and in between the module, that just kind of splice it off somewhere in there. That's what the passenger or driver's side looks like. And then on the driver's side, same exact thing. The only difference is you're gonna have this black and brown, or sorry, white and brown goes to white instead of the white and green on the driver's side. Everything else is exactly the same, black to black, black to white here, or white here onto the blinker, and then yellow to black on this blinker, yellow and white to red right over here. Everything the same there. And the great thing about this is they give us this little diagram that comes with it. And this is from Custom LED, I believe. Yeah, Custom LED Blinker Genie 2 is the like type of them. Yeah, it's just called Custom LED LLC is the name of their company. I'll put a link for everything in the description below. Like I said, this is what the things you'll need for this are going to be a 2-wire LED. In my case, I'm using a Smittybilt 2-wire LED marker. And then you're also going to need the Genie LED custom thing that we've been talking about. And I'll have a link for that as well. And then you'll need some extra wiring, like just some extra black wire, so that you can kind of splice off. You'll need that little plastic piece so that you can kind of splice off the black ground. And that's it. You can try to get away with, if you already have a 3-wire one like this. It didn't work for me when I was trying to put them together, see if that worked. But that might work for you. So maybe just try that before you order the 2-wire one, or you get it from an auto parts store or whatever. That should be all you need. Hopefully this is helpful. I spent so much time researching and couldn't find an answer anywhere. So I hope this helps you guys try to fix this. So thanks, guys. See ya. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll try to answer those as well.